Danke, Frau Vorsitzende, and thanks to Guy and Dubravka-Šuica on your debriefs and all your work on the conference so far. I have 4 comments that I would like to make. The first one is on that question of citizens in the conference plenary, and indeed, at least my reflection process on that is not fully finished yet. I also think some of the points that Pascal Durand mentioned in terms of balance and how it seems with the citizens in that plenary could give bizarre images. And when I look at the citizens' assemblies that we have seen in France, in Ireland as well, the feedback loop or giving the citizens' recommendations back to the political decision makers was done on the turf of citizens, right? It was the parliamentarians or it was the politicians. In the case of France, it was the President Macron who went to the citizens' assembly and listened to the recommendations and the reflections of citizens, and then took that back to his government, or in Ireland it was the members of parliament that took it back to parliament, and maybe that is an easier turf also for citizens to speak up, rather than if a limited number of citizens is put in a context with elected officials, national level, European level, in the conference plenary. So I would like to basically ask the Vice President Šuica what her thinking is currently on this feedback mechanism. How do you ensure that the reflections of those citizens' assemblies do find their way into the final outcome of the conference? Second point I'd like to make is on the platform, because indeed, as it is currently being described to us by the Vice President, and we have seen at least a few screenshots, it sounds good. Guy Verhofstadt mentioned a popular social media platform, and indeed I think we have to look at that, because if this platform is not engaging enough, if people do not stay on after maybe they have submitted one of their own ideas to also comment and vote on other people's ideas, then the platform will not be able to deliver what we hope it will deliver, to really gather ideas, but also indicate which of these ideas find broad support among citizens from all across the union. So if the Vice President Šuica could talk a bit about how much, we're launching the platform on Monday. How much will you continue the work on this platform? How much is it still work in progress? How much are we going to learn from the experience that we're going to make during the first days to maybe improve the platform as we go along the way? That would be interesting to hear. And then the last question I'd like to ask is actually on the question of budget, because indeed we in the Parliament in particular, we have ambitions for citizens' assemblies, for a big conference, but so far I'm not really aware of the budget and how this is going to be ensured, that we have adequate moderation, that the citizens are adequately hosted, that translation is ensured, and so on. So if she could tell us a bit about if there is a budget. Thanks.
Thank you very much. And the next